Hi Hugo, how are you?
Hello, hello. Good, thanks in yourself.
I'm very well, thank you. I hear you have a new basket. Is that
Yeah,
true?
that is true. We actually have a few new baskets.
This is super excited. Maybe there's some investors that don't really know who you are and what it is that you do and who FinMeUp is. Can you maybe give us a brief background as to who Hugo is and and what you do?
Yeah, perfect. So my name is Hugo van Leon. I'm the founder and CEO of FinMeUp. So FinMeUp is a financial education platform. So we are currently mostly based on our FinMeUp app. And our vision at the end of the day is to educate, to equip, and to enrich globally by not only educating our users, but taking them from education to execution. And that's also why our motto is be your own boss, because at, personally I think too many times people have the misperception that finances and investing and business is too complicated for them, and at the end of the day you just have to equip yourself with the relevant knowledge to actually get into it and make it successful. So that's basically our vision of FinMeUp. And we have our app. We're now launching FinMeUni, and our motto is what school and university didn't teach you. So we have various features on our app. So on the home screen, you can have now the FinMeUni, the stock picks where we share which companies we are buying, holding, and selling. And some of those stock picks have just done insane this past year, growing 400%, one of the shares, a few above 100%. So that's the stock picks. Then there's podcasts, there's notes and tips, there's a game, FinMe Tools also launching. So that's basically where we are now.
Awesome. So why did you decide to pick Purple Group? What do you like about Purple Group?
Yeah, so Purple Group is in two of the baskets. So personally, when I invest in companies, I really want to understand what I'm investing in. So I'm also a EasyEquities user. I use EasyEquities to invest in the US markets, Australian markets, and obviously South African markets. And part of understanding a company, an essential part of that is understanding consumer behavior. So understanding consumer behavior is much easier if you're actually a consumer. So just by using EasyEquities, I already understand the platform so much better. And then you can go into the deeper details. So I understand the consumer behavior side of things. I understand that now in the past few months, looked for new ways to actually get income streams, to actually invest into their futures. That is what EasyEquities does. So Purple Group owns EasyEquities, one of their holdings, and that's what I like. And I saw the growth that they experienced, and personally I've referred so many friends, and my friends have referred friends. So it's just a great community, and that's also why I like other companies like Tesla and Apple. And I can name a few companies that I understand, and that is why I like them, because I understand where they are going, where they came from, consumer behavior, and that's, I see the same characteristics in Purple Group, even though it is still small.
So why do you think investing in baskets are such a great investment?
Mm. Okay, so definitely when I started investing, one of the most trickiest aspects was figuring out, first of all, how to do research, and second of all, figuring out of all these various companies listed everywhere, because there are so many companies. So I think the nice thing about a basket is it allows, especially beginner investors, it allows them a portal or a channel to be able to invest in companies done that has research done by other companies. For example, the FinMeUp baskets, we specifically chose certain companies in the baskets because our full-time job is to research companies. So that just helps. It's the same with investing in an ETF. It is an ETF is managed for you. A basket is more, it allows you a way to invest in those companies that are chosen in the basket. So I think for beginner investors, even for expert investors that just want to get a better diversification, more diversification, easy, a basket is a good option.
So let's get more into the FinMeUp baskets. the newly FinMeUp baskets. Can you tell us more about them? What are exactly in these baskets and what have you decided to call them?
Okay, so in total there are 5 baskets, 3 South African and 2 US baskets. So the first, let's cover the South African baskets first. The first South African basket, we called it the FinMeUp's Home Run Picks basket. So these are that if I personally, or if FinMeUp, we did this together, if we had to build a portfolio from scratch now, we chose the companies to get the right diversification and how we structure our portfolio. And that is the FinMeUp's Home Run Picks basket, because a home run is from baseball. So even though it's an American sport, the home run is, that is where our money is. So that's the Home Runs Picks basket. Then we have the FinMeUp's Table Mountain basket. So it's a theme of low risk, because each investor has different risk appetites. Some have high risk, some have low risk. So we're just giving the option of the various appetites. So the Table Mountain is very low risk. These are companies like Table Mountain, stood decades, centuries. It's the same with the companies that we chose for this basket. It's companies that have been there for a long time and will most likely still be there in 10, 20, 30 years time. So this is very low risk, not companies that you can expect to double your money overnight at all. That's for the next basket. So the next basket is the FinMeUp's Small Cap Picks basket. So small caps is much more risky. It's companies trading usually below 2 billion valuation. So it's still small companies relative to the other ones. It's more risky. So companies in the small caps basket of the FinMeUp basket includes companies like Purple Group, Santova, Adapt IT, and a few more. So all of these small cap companies has characteristics that we like, including they are solving a real problem. They have shown that they can actually make it work. They have prospects of prospering. So various aspects that we cover, and it's in the basket description. So that is more for the risky side of things. I would definitely not recommend my grandmother to buy the FinMeUp small cap picks basket, rather the Table Mountain, for example. So those are the 3 South African baskets that we chose. And I know on EasyEquities, you can just click on baskets and it will show you those baskets. Then moving on to the US. So there's obviously a lot of opportunity in the US. The Fed is printing money. So, and retail investors like ourselves using EasyEquities in the US market using Robinhood, there's just so many funds going into shares, going into stocks, and especially in the US. So we still see a lot of opportunity in the US. And I mean, there's so many dominant companies that are just going to continue to thrive. So we have 2 baskets for the US. The first one is my personal favorite, and most of my money is in these companies as well. So this is the FinMeUp's High Growth Seeds basket. So basically what this basket is, it covers companies that are growing at rapid rates and are expected to continue to grow, and their industries that they are operating in are industries with a lot of opportunity. So the largest holding in that basket is the ARK Invest ETF, ARK Innovation. So what they do is, it's an ETF, but they focus on disruptive and innovative companies, and so the whole ETF is based on that, and they are performing all ETFs, I think, globally. Personally, I invested this year. I know the first time we posted a stock pick on the FinMeUp app about ARK Invest ETF. Since then, it was sometime this year, I can't remember the exact month. Since then, it increased 92%. And you don't see that often in an ETF. So that's just one company. Then other companies in this high growth is Tesla, Nvidia, Square. So all companies that are in the position to really gain massive market share, gain massive opportunity, and massive revenues over the next years to come, and especially in the next decade. So that is the FinMeUp's High Growth Seeds basket. Also a bit more risky, but there are some solid companies in there as well, like Apple and Facebook. So that's that basket. And then the last basket is the FinMeUp Statue of Liberty basket. So that's the similar one to the Table Mountain in South Africa. So the FinMeUp Statue of Liberty basket is also low risk companies with healthy balance sheets, companies that have also shown that they are great companies in the history, and that they are placed for future growth, that they are managed well, that they have the right balance sheet. And so those are the five baskets: three South African, two US.
And what is the methodology of having created all of these five baskets, sorry? And who did you have an ideal like investor in mind when you created each of these baskets? How did you come about to create these baskets?
Yeah. So behind every basket, there's a theme. So it's focusing on a theme depending on which type of investor you can potentially be. So that's why we made a variety of baskets, some for the low risk, some for the high risk, some for the balance. And when we chose the companies, we all chose companies that we really like, and not just for now, for the long term. We are focused on the long term. So most of these companies, all companies, are focused for the long term. So we had various criteria when we made the baskets, including the value proposition, the management, the industry, the balance sheet. So for some companies, high growth companies, you'll see lately, they are already priced in for the future. For example, Tesla. Tesla is already on a massive valuation, $400 billion in the US. The revenues aren't close to that. But most high growth companies are priced in for the future. So this is referring to the high growth seed basket. So if you think Tesla is going to be the most vehicle company in the next, well, let's say by 2030, then it's going to be a good investment. If you look at how many funds flow through a vehicle manufacturing company, and they're currently the only vehicle manufacturing company that are growing at the rates that are growing compared to other companies like Ford. And then you look further. How are they going to monetize their products? How are they going to continuously grow their revenues? So for Tesla, example, they aren't just a vehicle manufacturing company. They are actually a technology company. They sell so many different aspects. So they have the battery technology, which they'll be able to license. Then they've got the self-driving vehicles coming, from which they can also make more revenue from even launching their own robo-taxis, so autonomous driving taxis, competing with Uber. Then they've got their own infotainment, which is like the Netflix, their very own Netflix in their self-driving cars, or a Netflix for games in their self-driving cars. They've got the solar panels, they've got the vehicles. So there's so many aspects. And with all the companies, we looked at how is the prospects looking? What do we think of the management? Because at the end of the day, the management has to execute the plans. And that's how we chose specific companies in the baskets, and we chose the various baskets to give diversification for people wanting to invest in the basket or buy the basket.
Sure. It sounds so exciting, and I'm sure we have a couple of investors already now itching to start investing in one of your bundles, because it's so exciting. Baskets, I keep on saying bundle. Apologies for that. But I'm sure we have investors already itching to invest in one of your baskets. I think I wouldn't say $1 million question, but a question that might come up a lot. What are investors looking to pay with the basket? Any fees?
Okay, so yes, so there's fees like with all transactions almost. So the overall fee of the basket is 1%. So if you invest 100 Rand in the basket, you'll pay 1 Rand. So it's not a lot. It's very small, especially if you compare it to other. Yeah, let's not get into it. But it's 1 Rand for every 100 Rand you spend. So it's 1% fee in total.
So for both your local baskets and your international baskets?
Yes. For all, it's just 1%.
Awesome. And then do you have specific risk scores? I know there is low risk, balanced, and high risk. Do you have the figures?
Yeah. So if let's just run it from the top. So the first one is the FinMeUp's home run picks basket. This one we'd say is balanced. So that is balanced. Then the FinMeUp stable mountain basket is low risk. The FinMeUp's small cap picks basket is high risk. Then to the US, the FinMeUp's high growth seeds basket is also balanced. And then the Statue of Liberty basket is also low risk. So there's a component of each: high risk, balanced, and low risk, depending on what you are looking for.
Sure, this is so exciting. Hugo, thank you so
Yeah,
much
very
for
excited.
telling us more about your new baskets on our platform, and I'm sure our investors also can't wait to start investing in your FinMeUp baskets. Certainly are exciting, and good luck on your investing journey and as an easy investor. And yeah, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very much. Looking forward to the progress and everything happening in the future, and well done to everything there.
Cheers. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Have a blessed day. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.